So a wee bit of context on this one. So this comes from my Yasuke video, right? I did a whole big video on my second channel about Yasuke and Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I explained like, what's going on with the culture war backlash, why it's happening. I also answered some questions about it, some straighten out some of the misinformation and whatnot that's going on around the game. And in this section, I talk about why it's strange for Yasuke to be the main character of an Assassin's Creed game. Okay, so why is this a big deal for Assassin's Creed? Why is this so strange? Why is this so crazy for an Assassin's Creed game? Well, I'll give it to you this way. Assassin's Creed has had, they've had Scandinavian games. They've had several Muslim Assassin's Creed games. They've had, British Assassin's Creed games. They had an Assassin's Creed game in America. They had Assassin's Creed game in France. They've had Assassin's Creed games in Greece. They even had one in Africa. Okay, and guess what? You want to know about all those characters? They all match the region that they happen to live in. But then when we get to the Assassin's Creed Japanese version, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is the main issue here. This is why it's so strange, because even though nobody looks to Assassin's Creed for historical accuracy, all right, you know what I'm saying? They're usually at least culturally connected with their characters. He was a real person in Japan, yes, but he's not a Japanese person. The thing that makes people so crazy about this, because say you look at an example of John Blackthorne being in Shogun, people were like, oh my gosh, John Blackthorne is a white savior, like, oh my gosh, they're trying to whitewash the history and all this other kind of stuff, when he was the main character of a show based around ancient Japan. But Yasuke being, a black man who is the main character of a video game based in Japan, and nobody's saying that they're trying to like blackwash history or that he's a black savior or anything like that. They're actually saying like, oh, well, this is good. Like, this is diverse and progressive. This is the thing that drives people crazy, is because double standards like this, this is the exact same thing. Okay. All right, you have somebody from a different culture being the main part of a different person's story, and technically, we've been conditioned to believe that this is a bad thing. All right, so either it's a bad thing when you do this, or it's not a bad thing, and we could just make stories about whatever we want, like we used to for thousands of years. This is the issue here with this. This is why it's so weird that Assassin's Creed is doing this now, because they didn't really do this before.